Welcome back to Anderson's Smoke Show. Today, I've got 2 whole chickens that we're gonna spatchcock and smoke on my Camp Chef Pellet Grill. Stick around and see how we do it. If you're new here, my name is Andrew and I'm an engineer, so everything you see today is gonna be precise, to the point, and I'm gonna show you everything to make my spatchcock smoked chickens. Enough of this introduction, let's get started. So when it comes to smoked chicken, there's a million ways you can do it. I just recently did a smoked beer can chicken video. I'll put a link up here. Those are awesome, but if you're not into the beer can chickens and you still want something that's gonna cook relatively quickly, spatchcock is the way to go. So really, nothing intimidating here. The best thing to do is to start by flipping over your chickens. You need to get yourself a good pair of kitchen scissors, something that's gonna be able to cut through the bones on these chickens. Essentially, down the back is the spine of the chicken. We wanna cut just a little to the left and a little to the right and completely remove the spine. That's gonna allow us to open it up. It'll cook a lot more evenly and a lot quicker. So, enough of the talking, let's get in there. And you can hear these scissors just cutting right through those bones. Perfect. Yep, we've made it through one side. I'm extremely right-handed, so I'm gonna flip this bird around. We're gonna go down the other side. There we go. We've got one spine completely removed. Same thing, a little to the right of the spine. You want to be careful because these bones actually do end up splintering a little bit and they do get sharp. You poke a hole in your gloves. We'll spin this around and we'll work on the other side of that spine. Now what I like to do is inspect these chickens. I want to make sure there's no bone fragments that may have chipped off while we were cutting through those ribs. This one looks like it's pretty good. This one does too. Then I take a nice sharp knife and any big chunks of fat that you see like this or skin, I go right in there, just slice that off. No sense in having it there. It's not going to do anything for us today. And I like to get in here into the cavity and clean up any of the leftovers of those insides. And then up here by the neck, we've got a lot of fat, skin. We're just gonna trim that back a little bit too. This one here is pretty much ready to go. We'll go through and trim this one. As you can see, there's a big old hunk of fat there. I like to take a paper towel and just pat dry. Now granted, we've already rinsed it off. We already pat dried it in the house, but it's been sitting out here for a few minutes, so we're just gonna do a quick wipe again. Make sure all the excess moisture is pretty much gone. Pick them up, we'll clean up underneath. I'm actually gonna set this thing breast down. Now there's one other thing that you might have to do, and I like to do it anyways. Right here is the breastbone. Just take a sharp knife or your scissors, give it a little whack in the back, and you can split that wide open. That's just gonna help the chicken lay flatter on the grill. You can see that's opened up nicely. While we're over here, we're gonna get it seasoned up on the back side. I'm gonna show you how I do it. For my chickens, my turkeys, my birds, anything that I'm doing poultry-wise, I like to base it with some olive oil. So I just take my rubber glove here and I pour a little bit of olive oil on my glove, and I just carefully, gently massage it onto the meat. The olive oil will help crisp it up, brown it up, give you a nice finish on your bird. So now that we've got this side all oiled up, I've got my Meat Church, the Gospel. It's a great all-purpose rub. I'm gonna go ahead and season this up. Now that we've got them seasoned, I like to take the dry side of my glove or the back side and just give it a little pat. It's gonna help make sure that that rub sticks a little better. Adheres to the oil and the moisture. Then I'm gonna flip them over. We need to do what we've already done to the other side, and that's a little bit of olive oil. And today I'm using my California Olive Ranch. I love this stuff. They got a great variety of oil too. They've got some garlic infused. They got some other exotic oils. Good stuff. We're gonna hit it with the Gospel again. And that's pretty much it. It is time to get the smoker fired up, so let's go get that done. So I've already got about 15 pounds of Lumberjack Supreme blend. That's an oak hickory and cherry blend in that hopper. No need to mess with that. So we're gonna come in here to the controller. We're gonna go to menu. We're gonna say set temp. We're going to set this to 300 degrees. We're gonna say smoke level 10 because we want as much smoke as possible. Startup mode has begun. Be sure to open the lid, ensure proper airflow, and that's gonna help that grill get started, get a good fire going. All right, the grill's up to 300 degrees. It's time to get these spatchcock chickens into there. Now I'm using my Camp Chef SmokePro SG30 today. I wanted to use this just to show how much space that you gain with those extra 6 inches compared to my SG24. I did some spatchcock chickens last summer on this grill, or on the SG24, and you'll be able to see the difference. I'll put a link to that video here. As you can see, you want the knees tucked in. It's gonna kick the thighs out, and this is pretty much the spatchcock pose that you're looking for with a spatchcock chicken. Let's get this lid closed. We're gonna get some probes in this thing, and we'll let them smoke. I got my ThermoWorks smoke. I got 2 meat probes. We're gonna get these into the breast so we can monitor that internal temperature. This has got a magnet on it, so I'm just gonna stick it to the face of the hopper, and just get these probes into the breast here. Let's get this lid closed. We're looking for 165 degrees in the breast. That's when we know it's done. Now, I like to use these probes to monitor the progress along the way. I've got my ThermaPen MK4 that I will spot check. It's a little more accurate, it's lab calibrated, and that's when we know it's gonna be done. We basically just let this go. I'm thinking 2.5 hours, 3 hours, but we'll see, we'll keep you updated. All right, these have been in for a couple hours. My ThermoWorks smoke is saying that the one on the right is 153 and the one on the left is 159. I've got my MK4 here. We're gonna go ahead and check the temperature on these breasts. I'm seeing 162, 162, 151, 145. I actually think it would be best if we swapped these two, make it a little more even. Sometimes when we're cooking 2 things or multiples of the same thing, they don't always cook evenly. It could be weight, it could be moisture, it could be a lot of things that contribute to that. So today's just a perfect example. The chicken on the right is done. I just checked the temperature. We're at 165 at all locations within the breast. Let's get it out. The first thing I'm gonna do is pull that probe out. I'm just gonna let that hang over the back of the hopper here. And I just got a spatula and I got some tongs, and I'm only gonna use them if I need them. Yeah, and I do. Look at that chicken. Ooh-wee. Get this closed, let that other one finish up. But let's go take a look at this one. Now, typically I would wait until all the food's done, but like I said, we did these exactly the same. This one finished up about 10-15 minutes sooner than this one's gonna finish up, no problem. Got my 12-layer Damascus steel knife. Let's get this bird cut up and give it a try. I'm gonna start with that breast there. You can see how tender that is. I just broke that wing right back, look at that. The breastbone's right here in the middle. We're just gonna cut in, try and get right along that breastbone. Just like so. Look at that, nice big chicken breast. And do the same on this side. Another nice big chicken breast. Now I'm a dark meat guy, so we've got them quarters. Just give a nice little slice right there. Cleaning this chicken up really nicely. Rip that wing right off. You can see how tender, look at the puddles of juices, look at this. So juicy. There's a little cleaning up we can do on that, but I'm not gonna make you wait. Let's try that chicken breast. I want you to see how juicy this is down here. Wow. Well, let's try it. Wow. That rub that we used from Meat Church is absolutely phenomenal on this chicken. And that chicken is so tender and so juicy, you wouldn't believe it. I mean, you could just see the juice dripping out. That's crazy. Now that's some good chicken. Like I said, I'm a dark meat guy, so let's just get a little bit of this leg meat here. Boy, is that hot. Give this a try as well. That is some phenomenal chicken. And if you want more phenomenal recipes like this all summer long, then be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time at Anderson's Smoke Show.